And Jacob went on his way, and the messengers of Elohim met him. And when Jacob saw them, he said, "This is the camp of Elohim." And he called the name of that place Mahanaim. And Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau his brother in the land of Seir, the field of Edom. And he commanded them, saying, "Say this to my master Esau. Your servant Jacob said this. I have sojourned with Laban and stayed there until now. And I have bulls and donkeys, flocks, and male and female servants. And I have sent to inform my master to find favor in your eyes." So the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, "We came to your brother Esau, and he also is coming to meet you, and 400 men with him." And Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed. So he divided the people that were with him, and the flocks and herds and camels, into 2 groups. And he said, "If Esau comes to the one group and strikes it, then the other group which is left shall escape." And Jacob said, "O Elohim of my father, Abraham, and Elohim of my father, Yitzchak, Yahuwah, who said to me, 'Return to your land and to your relatives,' and I do good to you. I do not deserve the least of all the loving commitment and all the truth which you have shown your servant, for I passed over this Yarden with my staff. And now I have become 2 groups. Deliver me, I pray, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, lest he come and shall strike me and the mother with the children. For you said, I shall certainly do good to you, and shall make your seed as the sand of the sea, which are too numerous to count." And he spent the night there, and took what came to his hand as a present for Esau his brother, 200 female goats and 20 male goats, 200 ewes and 20 rams, 30 suckling camels with their colts, 40 cows and 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys and 10 foals. And he gave into the hand of his servants every drove by itself, and said to his servants, "Pass over before me, and put some distance between drove and drove." And he commanded the first one, saying, "When Esau my brother meets you and asks you, saying, 'To whom do you belong, and where are you going? And whose are these in front of you?' Then you shall say, 'They are your servant Jacob's. It is a present sent to my master Esau. And see, he also is behind us.'" So he commanded the second and the third, and all who followed the droves, saying, "Speak to Esau this same word when you find him, and you shall say, 'Also look, your servant Jacob is behind us.' For he said, 'Let me appease him with the present that goes before me, and after that see his face. He might accept me.' And the present passed over before him. But he himself spent the night in the camp. And he rose up that night, and took his 2 wives, and his 2 female servants, and his 11 sons, and passed over the ford of Jabbok. And he took them, and sent them over the stream, and sent over what he had. And Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until the breaking of day. And when he saw that he did not overcome him, he touched the socket of his hip. And the socket of Jacob's hip was dislocated as he wrestled with him. And he said, "Let me go, for the day breaks." But he said, "I am not letting you go until you have blessed me." So he asked him, "What is your name?" And he said, "Jacob." And he said, "Your name is no longer called Jacob, but Yisrael, because you have striven with Elohim and with men, and have overcome." And Jacob asked him, saying, "Please, let me know your name." And he said, "Why do you ask about my name?" And he blessed him there. And Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen Elohim face to face, and my life is preserved. And the sun rose on him as he passed over Penuel, and he limped on his hip. That is why the children of Yisrael to this day do not eat the sinew of the hip, which is on the socket of the thigh, because he touched the socket of the thigh of Jacob in the sinew of the hip.